Alright, Sai, I'm pretty pissed at you. But it's probably not the reason you think.
It's understandable.
I just heard you say that you regret blindsiding me when you are sitting here with the two biggest goats in the game. Why would you say that?
Alright. It's not so much as like someone's echoing, but it's not so it's solely based on our relationship. It is not based on the game.
Yeah, but we're friends. This is a game. I'm not gonna like hate you because of a game. You gotta take credit for that shit, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm baffled watching you all because it seems like none of you actually want to win this game. You're all just giving non-answers.
And a lot of this game, I was kind of making sure these two were like in line on not flipping. Because there was a lot of times where I would go talk to them after I spoke to you and make sure our plan was still on.
Yeah, so did I. That's not like special. That's just what you do in an alliance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it? That's what you got for me?
No,
Yeah.
So, regretting blindsiding you, it's not in the game, but the relationship, yeah, that doesn't matter whatsoever, but just the one move I don't think I regret any move I made because I'm here. That just solely on relationship and who I had to blindside to get here, I feel would be you.
I interpreted the question asked that it was about the game, but alright, if you were thinking outside a game, then that does make sense. Americ, I have a question for you. Were those random votes, like, actually trying to cause chaos, or did you just have zero idea what you were doing? Because that's what it seemed like a lot of the time.
I'll be honest, the Glen one was just a bit out there. I threw it as a curveball just for the sake of causing a little bit of mischief. But every other vote I did have some purpose for it, otherwise I
Why
wouldn't
did you vote Dahi? That one has me extremely puzzled.
I thought he was the bigger threat at the time.
Yes, but you didn't have the numbers, so why would you make it like a 1? I don't know what that does.
I just didn't know if anyone else would have.
Well, you guys like talk to Barry. You guys are like 1 and 2 the entire game.
Yes, but even then, I don't know if I can trust.
Thank you.
Him entirely.
You guys had not split from each other the entire game. Oh my. Okay. Barry, do you have like a specific moment that you can point to that was solely you? Because right now I just see you as like a guy who was there and that was a number for Psy, and I haven't really heard a reason to vote you or America at all.
Coolest, I want to say that if it hadn't been for the 2 votes, like the 2 people who were medevaced, that being Zach and Evader, there would have been a high chance. I mean, I was waiting for people to come to me to vote you out. I was a bit
but you should be going to people to vote me out. I don't want to hear that you were waiting for people to come to you. That just doesn't. That doesn't make me want to vote for you.
At what was it, Final 13, I think, and Dibs was preparing stuff. Of course, I couldn't say, "Hey, yes, I will vote for him," because Emeric was there like almost every time, so I couldn't like make a 100% statement. So it was always going to be a bit, "Hey, we'll see how it works out," and I agree from your point of view that I'm a goat because I haven't done any active moves until you went home at Final 8. 8, right, yeah. But after that, when you were gone, I tried to make a point to make a presence at Final Tribal Council where you sat here, or you almost always sat here, and were able to listen. So yeah.
Close. Can I branch off that?
Sure, go ahead.
Alright, so remember when we first swapped and we were voting Rye-Fry?
Mm-hmm.
I brought Americ to the side and said after this Rye-Fry vote we should really consider blindsiding Spencer.
Okay.
And I thought that was the move because I had a gut feeling that Ferry and Americ were gonna flip, and I think you did too. Can you agree on that?
Sure. I mean, I kind of felt that.
Yeah. So I thought if I get the jump early and I'm not like right after you, if we can get you out and then expand from there, and I develop my game because we knew a merge was coming sooner or later.
Yeah, but Sai, did you not state that you wanted me there and then you saw me as a threat after merge? So you're completely contradicting yourself right now.
Yeah, after merge.
Yes, but you just said you planned at taking me out at 13.
It was planning for merge.
Yeah, but you said you didn't see me as a threat until... Okay, well, alright, I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm pretty sure this is pointless. And, Sai, I think you're incredibly lucky that, one, there was a session in between right after you butchered your idol play and told no one about it besides me, and two, that my vote out was only 10 minutes long because I feel like I could have changed something. But, you're here, I'm not. Congratulations to all three of you.
I'm gonna start with Sai.
Hey.
Hey Sai. I have one comment about your jury speech, like your first speech that I want to say something about. I thought America actually helped you. He said, you guys were in an alliance and that you were making all of the moves. And you denied that. You said, no, I didn't make any of those moves. I don't know why exactly you did that. Further on,
I don't remember
I'd say, no, let me finish
Okay.
actually. I would say that you are one of the most paranoid players this season, if not in any of the 3 seasons. You misplayed your idol until I went out. You were paranoid for like the entire game, every single vote. It shows that you didn't actually know your place in the game. You didn't know who your allies were while you had a solid alliance. And I think you ruined that by playing your idol. You actually backstabbed quite a few people here. You backstabbed me, you backstabbed Dahi, you backstabbed Coolest, if not more. And I think you forgot about one big part of this entire game, and that is jury management. Because all of those people that you betrayed are the people who now vote for who to win.
Alright, can
I have no
I
further
speak on
questions
that?
for you.
So he kept coming to me at least 2 or 3 times, actually during the Glenn vote, and that I was taking the time to talk to him while everyone else was away to make sure he felt safe, which he was.
But you didn't feel safe.
No, I did not.
You realized that he was
Because
safe.
I took the risk on talking to him when you, Glenn, Dahi, Lake were all on the whatever side and forming God knows. I thought it was a blindside on me. Because Glenn ended up writing my name down, which I thought was...
That's one person, Sai.
I
There were
know.
9 people. 9 people, and you got 1 vote, and you played like your one thing that kept you safe in the entire game.
Well, I'm at Final Tribal Council, so I couldn't say that was the one thing that kept me safe.
Alright. Anyway, Americ. I don't think you really did that much. The only value in your game, has been riding the coattails of the other people you were playing with. You almost let Lake into the Final 4, which is probably the stupidest things you could have done. So...
Well, that seems a little bit harsh, I have to say.
why
I could see
explain to
why
me why you did
I
that.
could see why you see that I'm sort of riding on the coattails, but I've been playing a very understated game. Like, I knew, like, coming into this, I kind of wanted to play differently than I did in the Pathfinder Survivor, but as the sessions went on, I just realized that that wasn't happening. Like, I wasn't the person to be going up and making plays. But I do think in the end, like, I played a very understated game. Like, a lot of the stuff I did perhaps wasn't so noticed, which in the end, I guess, that's not the greatest thing, since none of you jury members would notice that, but...
Well, that's what you're here to do right now. If you
Yeah.
played a game that was behind the scene, this is your chance to explain what you've done. I don't think you've given us the opportunity to listen to all of those moves you made behind the scenes. If you would like to do any of that, this is your chance to do so.
I have played off a lot of different people. Like, I kept the main Yellow Alliance going, yet I played off many different people. I was going to others to sort of hear their opinions, like, even if it was sort of obvious who was going, I was still interested to hear their opinions, still interested. My alliances weren't set in stone, but just the ones that got me here were mutually beneficial to me.
Alright.
And I personally think that that was a good game, however, I could understand if you as the jury members don't think that.
Alright. I just wanted to say that if I vote for you tonight, it won't be a vote for you, it would rather be a vote against Sai and a vote against Fairy.
I have questions for John and Merrick. Fairy, not saying I'm not voting for you, what I'm just saying is that I already know your gameplay and whether I would vote for you. Okay, so the question for John is, I think it was in the opening of Tribal, you were saying that you were calling the shots or something similar. I don't remember the quote on it. But then at a question you were like, I'm not the one calling the shots. Now I'm not trying you to like tell me why you contradicted yourself, because I don't remember exactly what you said. What I'm trying to say, do you actually think you were in the position of the mastermind of the game, or do you think you got hit by FT? Or do you think it was like more...
Alright, I'd say it was like a situational type thing, where early in the game I definitely let Coolest kind of take the blow for all the moves that him and I were like deciding. And then when I finally felt it was time in my eyes to cut him off, I wanted to like show that I could make the moves to like get into final tribal council, because I won the last 2 immunities. I told you were going home pretty much, and and even with the Glen vote, I orchestrated that, so it was like rotation even before Coolest went home, where him and I were like interchangeable, where I orchestrated the Glen vote, where I pulled him and Lake aside, and I brought up like that he was the golden boy, and this could be one of our few shots to get him out. I shared, after Coolest went home, my moves with Fairy, and I saw him as my closest ally to be with. And so I shared the moves of getting you and Lake out.
Okay.
While winning the immunities.
So your position was like, you know, a shot caller, but not the complete mastermind of the game.
Like, situational, I guess. Like,
okay.
I was silent assassin, I guess, in the beginning while letting Spencer take the heat.
Alright.
And then I kind of stepped up front, and I was obviously on the way out if I didn't win the immunities.
Okay.
I think I would say that one thing I don't think you picked up on it was that America's advantages, or at least one of them, was actually played really well. The Pandora box one.
Oh yeah.
Whilst it was funny, I think that really helped him out in securing you guys getting further. Otherwise, I honestly think it would have been you gone, because one of you guys gone, because he had an extra vote that tribal.
Yeah.
So America's play was really good there. That's something that I really wanted to point out. Him voting against Fairy, that's my respect, to be fair. I'm appreciative of him giving me a second chance as well. Sai, I think, from just looking at it from a complete outsider's perspective, you've played the best game. So props to that. It's yeah, like that's what I've been saying to you throughout the whole game as well. That from the outside you're the threat to win. And then Fairy, yeah, you've done really well as well. Like, you've got here like only winning 1 immunity, right? And I don't think you were even a target at that time, if I remember correctly. So you've managed to keep the target off your back for basically the whole game, aside from the Coolest vote, but that was a bit of idle paranoia for me and whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I think you've all played really well. Good luck. Yeah.
Alright, so I think I played the game with literally all of you. Some more than others, but I think I just developed a really good social game and bonds with some of you. There were times when people would come up to me and ask me, like, am I safe tonight, or stuff along those lines, and I would always try and comfort. And I did tell the truth for a lot of this game. And I also made the moves I needed to make when they needed to be made in my eyes, and I orchestrated some. I let others take the heat for some, which I thought was a strategy to get further and keep a target off my back. And that's about all I have.
Right, Americ?
I'm sort of sad that I didn't get to play the game with most of the people here, that I was sort of stuck in the Yellow Alliance. Like, I feel sort of some form of regret, like, and I wish I could have changed that, but In the end, I played the game that got me here, so I can't really complain too much. Even if it was a bit understated, even if it was not so known, I'm happy with how I played, so...
Alright, and Barry.
Hey, I think it's pretty simple to put my game down to 3 little points, those being patience, honesty, and fair play. I have been very patient in this game. There have been times where I wanted to make moves and couldn't because for game reasons, like session reasons, you know, and I made the moves that I wanted to do at the last possible moment and went through with them and went through them hard. Honesty, I have been honest with people the entire game, except for, of course, when I had to tell people, hey, I haven't heard your name or those things, but I have been honest with the swap purple tribe when I was open to like vote for the obvious, like the big target. It wasn't locked, but yeah. And the third thing, the no dirty moves, the fair play point. I feel like I've participated, I've taken part in that one vote against Spongy, which was, I feel like, not very fair play, because he was like following the call to tribal council, and he didn't deserve to go there because it was just unluck for him that us four like stayed back and could say, hey, let's vote Spongy. But after that, there have been times when people just took their time to get to tribal council, and I made a point to just get there early when I could, which almost bit me in the ass when I went to the final 7 council early and almost almost got booted against Coolest. But yes, those are my points. I'm happy with the game I played. I wish I could have acted earlier, but it still got me here, and I think I've done enough. I hope I was active early enough, or not too late, and yeah, thank you.